board. All right, who else do we have out there? Let me see. Okay, also I've got Carol Diggs says, hi everyone, I'm Carol, a rejoined member. Welcome, welcome, welcome back, Carol. I live in Seattle and I'm a Forex trader. Congratulations on getting those investments going. And definitely you too, Naomi, congratulations on that PR partnership that you finished and you're looking to start your own business. We'll definitely be sure to make sure that you get some ideas of cash flow strategies and ideas of what you need to do exactly to start your own business. Darylyn Turner, Millionairess from Atlanta, is in corporate. All right, Darylyn, what area in corporate are you working in? We've got Millionaires Lana Harding from Michigan, digital marketing, education, and entertainment. 2 businesses. Congratulations to you. All right, Millionaires, Shayla A. from Atlanta, corporate finance for a Fortune 500 company, also a Forex trader. Congratulations. Way to get those investments going on the side as you keep your 9 to 5. So congratulations on that. All right. And then, Darylyn's in human resources. All right, HR. We got to love HR. They make sure that we get paid, right? And that we don't have any issues. So congratulations and welcome to the call tonight. Super excited to go ahead. We will go ahead and get started. Let's see. All right. So 7 minutes after. So anybody that jumps in here late, then they'll just have to catch up with where we are. All right. So let me introduce myself to you. My name is Dr. Ashia Leonard, and I am the CCO, so Chief Communications Officer for the Millionairess Club and for the entire Jewel Tankard brand. I have been working with Dr. Jewel for almost 12 years now. Wow, time really has flown. Almost 12 years now, since 2008, and it truly has been an amazing journey, a tremendous adventure. I joined her church around that time and really started just getting involved with the ministry, and then also started working with her in business as well. And one of the things that I found that you will come to know as a part of the club is that she really is gifted in bringing the best out of you. So when I first became a part of the ministry and really started partnering with her in business, I was a full-time pharmacist at the time, had no idea that there were so many other gifts and talents on the inside of me. Somewhere along the way of that, really started pulling out some administrative and communication giftings that I had on the inside of me. And she needed a writer she was about to move into having a talk show. She was moving into TV production. She was moving into book writing. She was moving into all these different aspects and really needed a writer. And lo and behold, I became that writer. And so I wanted to mention that because in the process of all of that, writing has really taken off. It has created an entire business for me. And now I've been able to merge both worlds of my expertise with healthcare and now writing for all types of major brands and everything to create a copywriting business where I do sales writing for major brands. And so I wanted to say all of that to say that having the right mentor is so important. And I'm so happy that you decided to partner with the Millionaires Club, because I'm telling you, there is something in this space, if you allow it to, that will pull the very best out of you. Perhaps you may be somebody that stopped dreaming and you joined the club because you wanted to start dreaming again. The club is going to help to reignite that fire on the inside of you that started to try to burn out. Or maybe you're on fire with no direction. Maybe you're passionate, but you really don't know where you're going, or you don't know what your next step is, or you don't even fully know the possibilities that are out there. The club has the ability to bring you that direction, to bring some concrete clarity, to bring some steps, to bring some action items to that vision that you have so that you can actually walk it out and see the results. Or maybe you're already fully in business and you've been making a lot of money, but you really haven't invested it. So maybe you've just been saving, or maybe you've just been reinvesting it back into the business. The club is going to really help you to be able to now grow investments outside of your business so that your business doesn't become a burden for you, and so that you can have some passive income streams that are bringing money in, so that your financial success is not going to be solely based on the viability of your business. So you are definitely in the right place at the right time. Congratulations on getting started. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to go over some information that you should have seen before. So I'm going to go over the welcome email that you should have received when you first got started with the club. As soon as you signed up, you should have received a welcome email that gave you several steps that you wanted to start in order to get the best jump start for the club. Okay. So that very first step is going to be you sending us your beautiful photo. We love celebrating each other in the club. So this is going to be a safe space where you're able to share your dreams, you're able to share your fears, you're able to put those things out there and know that people are going to keep you accountable for your goals and for your dreams. But we're going to celebrate you and we want to see your beautiful face. It is like a family reunion once we're able to physically get together again. Every single time that we come together, it's literally like a family reunion, because so many of the millionairesses have been on these calls, the webinars that we have twice a month, where we get downloads of wealth information. And then to be able to really put a face with the name at a conference or a getaway or a field trip, whatever that looks like, is truly an amazing experience. So we want to see your beautiful face. Be sure to send us your photo. And what we're going to do is we are going to create a welcome credit card out of it, and we're going to post it in our Millionaires Club app. And so we want to make sure that we welcome you properly, but we can't really do that without your photo. So make sure you go back to the welcome email and that you send us your photo. Also, step 2 is going to be for you to join the Facebook group. All right. So we do have an exclusive Facebook group, Jewel Tanker's Millionaires Club on Facebook. Now, to be a part of that group, you do have to be a paid member of the Millionaires Club. And so there are all types of wealth tips, wealth ideas, current events surrounding money, surrounding savings, surrounding mindsets that are going to be put in that group, in addition to announcements. So you want to make sure that you are plugged in to the Facebook group so that you don't miss any information that's going on. Also, I want to let you know that as a Millionaires Club member, in addition to the wealth downloads that you get twice a month, you get first access to everything that Dr. Jewel offers. So what does that mean? That means if she is doing an event, if she's having a conference, if she is putting on whether it's a physical conference or a virtual conference, if she is having any type of official Jewel Tankard or Millionaires Club event, we always announce the information in the club first. We give you the opportunity to purchase the VIP tickets first. We give you the opportunity to buy all of the tickets to get that admission first before it's ever even released to the public. And so oftentimes what happens is the Millionaires Club buys up everything. So they buy up all the VIP tickets, they buy up everything first, and it's just a part of your benefit. So you want to make sure that you're plugged into all of the communication portals so that you can receive that information and get first dibs on everything that you have access to as a club member. There are also additional discounts that you get. So your pricing isn't the same as public pricing. When there are events or conferences, we oftentimes will do coupon codes for whether it's her book or something new that she has out. We'll do a special coupon code specifically for the Millionaires Club that other people don't have access to. So you want to make sure that you are plugged in and that you are consistently looking out for updated information so that you can stay in the know and so that you can get right on top of it and really maximize your benefits. Okay, so those announcements are usually in the Facebook group or the Millionaires Club app, and also in your email. So I'll go over the app here in just a moment. Okay, so I got these out of order. So step 2 was join the Facebook group, and then right there from the email, you're able to click on these buttons, and each one of these will take you exactly to where you need to go. All right. So step 3 is going to be for you to download the Millionaires Club app. So I will go over how to use the app, but this app is absolutely phenomenal. So it is going to be the go-to place. It's going to house everything that you're going to need for the club. You can access the bi-weekly webinars that we have on Sunday nights directly from the app. You can access the accountability groups based on where your wealth focus is directly from the app. So whether you are focused on accumulating cash in this season, whether you are focused on investing in real estate in this season, whether you are focused on investing in precious metals or cryptocurrency in this season, you'll be able to access those accountability groups directly from the app. If you want to know what upcoming events are happening, you can see those directly in the app. If you want to reach out to other Millionaires Club members, ask questions, you can do all of that directly from the app. You need links to different investment portals, resources. I know that Naomi said that she was looking to start a business. We have an entire Millionaires library that you have exclusive access to as a part of the club. How to set up and structure your business properly is one of the videos in the library. Cash flow streams. I know there's some people that are in corporate America. Maybe you do or do not have some type of side hustle, extra flows of income. We have videos on effective cash flow streams right there in the library. Need to increase your credit? We've got videos on credit. So, I mean, that wealth library is really, really good with making sure that you have some foundational things that you need along your wealth journey, and you can access all of those things in the app. So I'll show you how to do that here a little bit later. Okay. All right. So this is what the club app looks like, and we will actually go into downloading that here in just a bit. Okay. And then we've got ways to start investing and making money. So I don't know if any of you clicked through each and every one of these links when you first got your welcome email, but if you did not, I really want to encourage you to go back to your welcome email and make sure you clicked on every single link. So one of the things that was really important for us is, although you're getting major wealth downloads twice a month, we didn't want you to have to wait until the very next webinar before you have access to some ways that you can start investing and making money immediately. So we wanted to go ahead and include that as a part of the welcome email. So you'll see there, step 5 is to learn ways to start investing and making money. When you click on that, it's going to give you some very easy investment. It's going to send you to some very easy investment websites. Some of those things you can start with as little as $5 and start investing. It's going to also send you some information about cash flow strategies, where some of those don't cost you anything to get started and you can start making some money. So we wanted to be able to give you immediate value, immediate benefits to where you can start making money immediately. Okay. Then step 6, we have Jules Confessions. So what you hear every single day is so important. It is going to really navigate the course of your day. What you're listening to is really going to set the course for how the rest of your day is going to flow. So you want to make sure that what you're hearing and what you're saying is in alignment really with what you want, right? So you have to speak to the future that you want. And so these confessions are going to guide you along with doing that. These are confessions that Dr. Jewel says every single day. And so we just repackage those for you all as a part of your club membership. Then you have access to those. So be sure that you listen to the audio confessions, and then that green download button actually will give you the PDF where you can print it off. If you're one of those people that likes to print things off and stick it on your bathroom mirror so that while you're brushing your teeth, you can be saying those confessions, or while you're doing your hair, you can be speaking positivity and productivity over your life, then go ahead, download those, print them off, and then you can post them wherever you like. But the point is to make sure that you're doing it. And then lastly, what we have is a net worth assessment. So really, what is your net worth? Sometimes people think their net worth is more than it really is, because perhaps they're counting things as assets that really are liabilities, So maybe you've got a $400,000 house. You've been counting that as an asset, but you still owe $350,000 on it. So you really can't take the full value of the $400,000. You have to subtract the $350,000 in debt, and you're positive $50,000. So calculating your net worth is going to give you a really good basis to truly see where you are financially. One of the things that we ask every single new club member is that we ask that you give us 12 months to really judge whether or not the Millionairess Club has truly made a positive difference in your life. Now, is it going to take you 12 months to see results? Probably not, right? Most people start seeing results way faster than that. Even with just the free value that you get from the welcome email, things that if you implement are going to start putting money in your pocket, are going to start helping you get more income streams, more investments going, then you can see there's immediate value. Those confessions, there's value that you're going to get immediately. So it's not going to take 12 months for you to start to see value. But in all fairness, when it comes to building wealth, then wealth creation is a result of the accumulation of wealth attracting habits, right? So wealth creation happens as a result of the accumulation of wealth attracting habits. What does that mean? Once you get your mindset, you become wealthy in your mind before you become wealthy in your bank account. So once you get your mind set towards wealth, the way you think is going to start changing the way you act. It's going to start changing the decisions that you make. It's going to start changing the choices that you're making concerning your money. And when you do those things consistently over time, then you will see yourself being thrust in the direction of wealth, and wealth will come to you much more easily than it has ever come to you before. But what else does that also mean? That also means that if you've made bad habits for a really, really long time, then there may be a little bit of time before you can really start to see the tides turn. So as soon as you start replacing some of those negative habits, behaviors, ways of thinking, as soon as you start replacing some of those negative habits, behaviors, and ways of thinking, then you may not see immediate turnaround. It may take some time. So, in all fairness, we ask that you give us at least 12 months to really judge whether or not the Millionaires Club is truly beneficial for you. And one of the ways to really objectively see how well the club has helped you is this net worth assessment. So, I encourage you, as soon as you start the club, take the assessment. 6 months later, take the assessment. 12 months later, take the assessment. And you'll really be able to see on paper, wow, okay, I can now truly see how I really have grown. Because some of these things that you're going to be encouraged to do are going to be on automatic. Your savings is going to become a lot more automatic. Your investing is going to become a lot more automatic. And some of this accumulation of wealth that's going to happen for you, it's going to be happening automatically in the background without you thinking about it. So you may be becoming more wealthy and you're somewhat unaware because you've set up certain things so that your money is growing for you without you having to think about it. So it can get easy to think, oh, well, I don't know. Am I really in a better position than I was? But then when you really start to take inventory and look, then you see, oh yeah, I'm way in a much better position. I completely forgot I even had that. I completely forgot I set that up. And so want to encourage you to take the net worth assessment. All right. Anybody have any questions before we move on to the next thing? Any questions, anyone? All right. Who's excited to be a part of the club? If just the things that I've gone over so far has been some type of confirmation for you, or you're thinking, you know what, I'm so glad I did this. I'm in the right place. Then put something in the chat and say me. Say that's me. I want to know that you're saying, you know what, this is really good. I'm so glad that I joined the club. And maybe you're not new. Maybe you've been around for a while, but you know what? Life happens and you haven't gotten to set everything up like you were supposed to, or you haven't gotten a chance to participate in everything that you signed up for. And so now this is just a fresh reminder of all the things that you have access to that you haven't been participating in. Okay, Linda J, yes, this call is being recorded. Okay, and then a couple of people said they can relate. So far, so good. Me. Okay, yay, great, 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 great. Thank you, Linda, for asking about that recording. So speaking of recordings, we do have webinars twice a month. Okay, so you're going to have a webinar and each one of them is about an hour long. Okay, depending on how many questions you all have, it may last a little bit longer than an hour, but it's always at least 60 minutes long, and they take place on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, so they always happen twice a month. Now, there are some instances when Dr. Jewel may do a pop-up. So she'll do at least 2 a month. There may be some instances where you get more if there's something just fresh at the forefront of her heart, or she just got a download of information from some place that she came from, or a call that she was on, and she may jump on and say, hey, I want to talk to you all about this right now. I just read an article and you got to know about what's going on. And so she may do those pop-ups, but you'll get at least 2 webinars per month on Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, in most cases, it's going to be a second and fourth Sunday. It's not always that way because I'm not sure how familiar you are with production, but TV schedules change and all kinds of things change all the time. And it's usually at the last minute. So there may be some instances where it's not that exact schedule, but you will be able to go to the Millionaires Club app and see what the upcoming dates are for the webinars, but it's usually going to be second and fourth Sundays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you want to be sure to block that time off on your calendar. Also, every single Millionaires Club webinar is recorded as well. So for the most part, when it comes to the club, you can pretty much guarantee that if we're having a webinar, it's going to be recorded. And then those recordings are going to be sent out to you by email within 72 hours after the webinar ends. Okay, so every single webinar that we have on those Sunday nights, in some cases it's a Monday night, but in most cases it's a Sunday night. They're going to be recorded always, and then they'll be sent out to you within 72 hours after the recording has been processed and all of that. So we'll always send those to the email that you use to sign up with the club. Okay. Now, the email that you use to sign up with the club is very important. You want to make sure that you remember which email you use, because all the email information that we send out is going to be sent to that particular email. Also, once you download the app for the club, okay, then you will gain access to the exclusive content provided to club members within 24 business hours. So there's a couple different types of content in our Millionaires Club app. Okay, as you can see here, you see the Millionaires Network chat group and the Millionaires Club chat group. The Millionaires Network chat group is for paid club members and prospective club members. What does that mean? That means in the Millionaires Network, it's actually for people that are a part of the club and for people that think they may want to be a part of the club. They're not sure yet. They kind of want to get a taste for what the club would be like. They want to maybe get some free wealth tips here and there, but they haven't made the monthly $29 a month sacrifice in order to really have access to everything. That's the Millionaires Network. So that's going to be a mix of you all, club members, and maybe your friends and family. You can invite them and they'll automatically be put into the Millionaires Network. But then what we do is every single person that gets dropped into the Millionaires Network, we look at their emails and compare them to the email addresses of those people that have paid. If you have an email address that shows you are a paid member of the club, then now you also have access to the exclusive components of the app. So that is the Millionaires Club chat group. That's also some of these other chat groups that are accountability chat groups, like cash accumulation chat group is what you see here on my phone. And so that's why your email address is so important, is because we're going to be matching up names and email addresses of the one you use to sign up with, okay, to make sure and see if you're paid or not. Now, in the event that your payment is not able to go through, so let's say you change your bank card, you change your bank, your card expires, you get a new card, any or all of those things, the moment that your membership is no longer paid, the system is set up to where you automatically lose access to everything. So you'll only have access to the Millionaires Network chat group. You'll lose the exclusive access to everything else in the app. You will lose email access to the webinars, to all of that information. So you just want to remember to update your information. And we always send out something too to let you know, hey, your card was declined. It wasn't able to go through. Do you need to update your information? Here is how you do that. And we send you to the membership portal to be able to update your information. Okay? All right, so let's dig a little bit deeper into the app. Let me actually pull up the app. So give me just a moment here. I'm going to leave from my slides and I'm going to go and share my screen. Okay. All right. So sharing my screen here and Millionairess Club. Oh, wait a minute. Let me exit out of that. And then I'll exit out of this too, because we're not going over this yet. Just a moment. Okay. All right. Here we are. So can you all still see my screen here? Okay, somebody unmute, please, and let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. Yes. Thank you. All right, because I can't see the chat when I'm sharing from on this way. Okay, so thanks so much for that help. Okay, so you've clicked the link in your welcome email based on whether you have an Android phone or whether you have an iPhone to download the Millionaires Club app. Once you do that, then within the first 24 hours, once again, you'll have access to the Millionaires Network chat group. Okay, so that is this group right here. So there's several different posts in here. It's going to be posts about just general information Dr. Jewel has. It's going to be some things where you'll be able to see encouragement of investing in certain things and all of that. Not any really detailed direction on how to do that. So you may see a post like this that just kind of shows, hey, there's people in the club that are investing in hard assets, but you're not really getting all of the type of information that you would need to know how to do that. You're going to get that from the club. Okay. So there's advertisement of things Dr. Jewel does, her show, and all of that kind of thing. Okay. So really general information is going to be in the Millionaires Network. Then we have the Millionaires Club chat group. So this is for all paid members of the club. All right. So I put a reminder of tonight's call in there. Also, you're going to see these are the welcome cards that you see when you send us your beautiful pictures when you actually sign up for the club. Okay, so we'll be sure to post one of these with your picture welcoming all of the new millionairesses. Okay, all right, we still got other announcements and things in here, and then we have another thing that you'll notice that's a little bit different about the club is that there are current club members that will also post in here. Okay, so they're going to be posting encouraging things, accountability type of things. What are we going to accomplish today? People will be talking about their goals. People will be talking about, like Lori talks about how she actually took some time to get some self-care done. And so this is like a general chat group where all the club members, no matter what your wealth focus is, you're going to be able to talk to each other there. Okay, so all kinds of encouraging words from other millionaires, people asking questions, and all of that is going to be in the general Millionaires Club chat group. Okay, then we also have accountability groups. So one of the things that we wanted to add to the club, that we added to the club this year, is accountability groups. So there's 4 different group focuses: cash accumulation, precious metals, real estate investing, and cryptocurrency. Now, technically, you could join all 4 if you want, That's not what we recommend. So what we recommend is that you join no more than 2 of these groups. So what's the purpose of these groups? These groups, the purpose of this group is you've decided that your wealth focus for this year is going to be accumulating in 1 to 2 of these areas. So cash savings, increasing your cash flow, increasing your cash savings, making sure that you're liquid. Even if you've already started doing some other investments, perhaps those investments are not in cash. So you may not have a whole lot of cash, right? Maybe you've got some assets, but you don't have a whole lot of cash. And you really want to focus in on increasing your cash so you can take advantage of opportunities as they come up. So then you're going to join the cash accumulation chat group. Or if you say, hey, you know what, I really need to get some hard assets. I need to save in gold, or I need to save in silver. I'm seeing that the price of gold and silver is going up as the price of the dollar is going down. I really think I want to get my hands on some gold and silver. That's what I want to focus on this year. Then you're going to join that chat group. Perhaps you say, well, I really want to get involved in real estate investing. Okay, whether you have the money or not, one of the interesting things about the real estate investing group is we have partnerships with people that can provide funding if real estate investing is truly something that you're interested in. So then you would join the real estate investing group. Or if you say, hey, Bitcoin is where it is, some of these alternative coins, I really want to get to know more about the crypto space, I want to join that. Then that is the chat group that you would join. So you're going to get information in these groups, and you're going to be held accountable in these groups. So let me just click into cash accumulation so you can kind of see here. Okay. All right. So we've got Angela Nicole. Now, let me tell you something. Before we look at Angela's, let me tell you something that's amazing about the Millionaires Club. Being a millionaires is a state of mind before it is a reality in your bank account. So you've heard me say that a couple times. The amazing thing is, no matter where you are in your wealth journey, there is somebody in this Millionaires Club that is on a similar level of where you are. From the person that says, hey, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm doing good just to be able to pay the $29 a month because life has happened and I've had a lot of stuff going on. And to be honest, it's a stretch for me to do the $29 a month every single month, but somehow I make it happen. From that person to the person that says, hey, I'm not where I want to be, but I have, an additional $50 a month that I can save or invest or whatever into something. Or maybe you're at the $500 a month, $5,000, $15,000 a month. There are people in all of those ranges and all in between and beyond that as a part of the club. So never be embarrassed about where you are. Be excited about where you are. The point is that we're all progressing, right? And we're all moving forward and we're doing it together. So whether you say, hey, I'm in cash accumulation, and because I haven't really been saving effectively, I'm doing good to be able to consistently save $50 a month. Be proud about that $50 a month and post that in the group and we will celebrate you. Or if you're saving $50,000 a month, be proud about that, post it in the group and we'll celebrate you. So I want to show you cash accumulation. So Angela Nicole says last few days, I'm going to need a better safe. I think she meant to say, I'm going to need a better safe. Okay. So you can see where she's got some square deposits. Okay, so $2, $3, $4, $5,000 here, and Coinbase, which is something that she is using to purchase cryptocurrency. Okay, so we can see that she's increased her cash flow. So she's got cash coming in, and then she's also doing some crypto savings. But her point was, hey, I'm going to need a bigger safe because I've got more cash flow coming in. Okay, so great job on that. But then we also have other posts where, so this is Lori showing what she's been able to save. Lori's story, she actually had quite a bit of cash saved in some investment accounts, but she really didn't have a lot of hard assets. She really didn't have a lot of cash personally in a safe in her house. So if something was to happen, it was hard for her to be able to get her hands on her money. And Dr. Jewel teaches, hey, every woman needs to have a safe in her house, and you just work and continue to increase what you can put in your safe. And so that's exactly what Lori did. She took some of those things that were tied up in investments or just sitting in savings accounts that she wouldn't have ready access to, and she started liquidating some of those things to become where she could have those in her house and investing in some precious metals as well. Okay. All right. So we've got people that are talking about money they've saved, debts that they've paid off in here. This person said they made their first $100 trading. Sharon said that her savings goal for the month is $500. Okay. So we've got people just on all different types of levels. Okay. In here, you can post pictures if you want. You can, whether your savings goal is $200 or whether it's $50, wherever it is, we're going to celebrate you. So what we want you to do is for your very first post, put what your goal is. So if you're in the cash accumulation group, then you're going to post, my goal is to save whatever your goal is. Somebody give me a cash savings goal. Unmute and give me the idea of a cash savings goal. Over the next 6 months, how much cash would you want to accumulate?
$60,000.
$60,000. Okay. So that person would post in the cash accumulation group, my goal is to accumulate $60,000 over the next 6 months. Okay. So that's roughly about $10,000 a month. So you're going to post that in the cash accumulation group for accountability. And then as you are reaching that goal, you're going to continue to post in the group so that we can see your progress. Now, we may ask you, okay, hey, you said 60,000. We're 2 or 3 months in. How close are you to the goal? Are you halfway there at the 3-month mark? If you're not, what do you think happened? Is there something that you can do differently so that you can reach the goal in the next 3 months? So it's definitely an accountability group. Okay. Precious metals is going to be the same way. There's going to be questions about cash metals accumulation. Dr. Jewel may be posting about things that she's accumulating. Other people are doing posts. They're showing the accumulation of precious metals that they're getting. I just placed another order. Okay, my auto ship I just placed. Okay, I posted about my first 5 ounces of silver that I got, and then I actually did not post my second one. So what you do to do a post, and I'll show you how to do it here. To create a post, you're gonna select the plus sign down here. Okay, put a post. Just ordered another 5 ounces of silver on autosave. Got the email that it's being shipped. Yes. Set it and forget it. Automatic wealth accumulation. Feels great. Okay. All right. So that's my post. Then I'm going to hit done because I have an iPhone. Now, I don't have a picture to show because I haven't actually gotten my 5 ounces of silver yet. If I did a screenshot of that email that I got, then I could hit the camera down here and attach a picture to my post if I want to, or I can just do the words like I did. And then I'm going to select post. All right, perfect. So then my post is here. If I see somebody else just post it, like let's say Dr. Jewel, I can click the heart in order to like any of the posts. If I want to respond to her post, okay, then I'm going to hit the talk bubble on her message, okay? Want to make sure you guys understand this because this really confused me at first. So if I want to respond to a particular message, I'm going to hit the talk button on that message, and then I'm going to hit the plus sign in the bottom right. Okay, so when you hit that talk button, that talk bubble, then it's not going to take you to a place where you can type immediately. After you do that, then you hit the plus sign again and you type something. Okay. Yes, let's go. Okay, and then now you see, sorry you guys, hold on. I thought I put my phone on do not disturb, but somehow people are still calling me and it's coming through. So apologies for that. Okay. Okay, let's go. Don't want to go to YouTube. Sorry. Go back to Millionaires Club. Okay. So then now you can see my response is immediately underneath Dr. Jewel's post where I responded to her. Okay. Backspace, back arrow to get out. Then we've got real estate investing and cryptocurrency are going to be similar. Okay. If you want links, okay, great. I'm excited about investing, but where do I go to invest? In the top right hand corner where you see these lines, you click here and you go to links. Okay. You have links. Here we are right here. You want to invest in silver? Here's the links to silver. Okay.
Now, can you show, I apologize. Can you show how you got there one more time?
Yeah, so let me go back. It's kind of hard for you to actually see what I'm pressing, but if you look in the top right-hand corner, right above that S for Millionaires, do you see those lines up there?
For me, I'm on my phone, so I don't. I just see Dr. Jewel's picture.
Oh, okay.
But it's okay. But it's up in the right-hand corner is what you're saying.
It is. Can everybody else see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So when you go to the app, at the very top, you'll see Millionaires Club. There's 3 lines at the top right, which is going to give you a drop-down menu. And then you'll see home, blog, resources, links, downloads. You're going to go to links. And when you click links, then you'll see the links for silver. You'll also see the links to, there's about 5 different books that are going to shift your mind into a wealth direction that Dr. Jewel recommends. You're going to see the links to each one of those books. You can click the link. It'll take you immediately to the Amazon page where you can purchase the book directly from there. Also, if you have questions about funding, investing in gold, investing in crypto, so you want to set up a Coinbase account where you can start purchasing cryptocurrency, then you'll be able to do that from here. So all of those links are found on the links page. Okay. If we go back and we go back to this drop down menu and you click blog, then you're going to see wealth-based articles. Okay, so these are going to be articles that are put in here that are going to give you information about everything from building your power team to raising entrepreneurial children to eating like a millionairess. Okay, so this is just for information. Okay, go back. Resources. So remember, I was talking about the wealth library that we have. Okay, hold on just a minute. All right, sorry about that. Let me go back here to Zoom. Sorry, you guys, Dr. Jewel was calling me. So I had to send her a quick text to remind her that I was on the call. Okay. Okay, go back to screen share. Millionaires Club. Okay, so remember that library I was telling you where there's all types of information, okay, from funds management, why you don't want to be commingling funds in your accounts, to types of business structures, okay, the difference between a limited partnership and an LLC and an S Corp and tax benefits and all of that, to protecting your profit, to increasing your credit score, cash flow streams, okay, money management. Okay, so we've got all these resources here for you under the resources tab, okay? And then lastly, under downloads, we have wealth trackers, and we also have a Millionairess journal. Okay, so really quickly, what these wealth trackers are is, in addition to the accountability groups, so whether you have joined the crypto group or the cash accumulation group, liquid capital group, precious metals groups, then we also have the ability for you to download a PDF that is a ledger where you can keep a physical track of the assets that you're accumulating. Okay, so you purchase more silver, you go to your asset tracker, your silver asset tracker down here, and then you actually write in that you purchased silver, how much you purchased, and the date. So this is just for your own personal records where you can be able to see what you're accumulating. Then you come over to the group, and for accountability purposes, you put in the group what it is that you did. Okay, so that's what all these trackers are, is ways that you can download and print these trackers so that you can print them for accountability. Okay, all right. And then lastly, we have the Millionairess Success Journal. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of time to go over this journal for the next few minutes, but I want you to really understand the importance of the journal. So let me ask you, have any of you ever made a goal, or you set a goal, and beginning of the year, you are just gung-ho, you're excited about that goal that you set, and then halfway through the year, you may say, I'm not there, or you don't, maybe you didn't accomplish the goal, but you don't know why, or it's last quarter of the year, you're nowhere near where your goal was, and here you are trying to kick it into high gear in order to make it happen. Or it's the end of the year and you didn't reach your goal, but you really don't know why you didn't reach your goal, or what happened, or somewhere in between you got distracted. Has anybody ever felt like that? Put it in the chat. Okay, so I see people saying yes. Of course, we all have. Every single one of us has been in that position where we're like, oh man, where did the time go? What happened? I thought I was so focused. I was so excited about this. I just knew this was going to happen, but it didn't happen for me again. What is going on? And year after year, you set these goals and you never seem to be able to fully accomplish the goal that you set. Now, is there a possibility that the goal could be unrealistic in the beginning? Well, yeah, there is that possibility that it could have been an unrealistic goal, but more than likely it is that either you didn't put forth the action steps necessary, or you did, but you didn't do it consistently enough, or you got distracted, or something happened along the way. So what we did was we created the Millionairess Daily Success Guide to give you that daily accountability that you need to be able to see those goals be realized. Okay. All right. So let me pull this up for you. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Mm-mm. Okay, hold on just a moment. It's not pulling up here. Okay, let's try this again. And if I can't get it to do this, okay. All right, hold on. We'll do this a totally different way. Okay, so let me go back to screen share. It's not pulling it from my files, and I'll go back to Millionaires Club app, and I'll go to downloads, Millionaires Journal right here at the top, download. Okay, continue the website. Okay, and then I'll pull it up like this. So not sure exactly why it wasn't able to pull from my downloads, but okay. So right here in the Millionaires Club Journal, you can see we have a space where you can take notes from the club chats. Okay, so you want to keep this to where you can take notes from the club chats. Now, the way that this journal is created, you can keep it on your phone, but really the best way to maximize the benefits is going to be to print out a copy of it and then put it in a notebook. Okay, so as many pages as you need to make extra pages. We intentionally made it small, so it's only about 14 to 15 to 20 pages. I don't remember exactly how many, 15 to 20 pages, but if you need duplicate pages, then you can just print more pages of the duplicates that you need. Okay, so we have the club chat notes. Then we also have where you say how I plan to implement what I learned. Okay. All right. And then this view is not very good. So let me see if I turn to the side. No, I can't. Let's try to do. Okay. So, okay. So we'll just have to do it like this. So when it comes to the daily success journal part, the reason that this is so effective is what you're going to do is you've probably all heard the analogy or the wording of the fate. I don't know what you call it, but where how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? So one step at a time. So it is that one step at a time mindset that's going to help you accomplish these goals. We're going to break these larger goals down into smaller goals. So you're going to set a long-term goal. You're going to set a 6-month goal. Then what you're going to do is the journal is designed so that from your 6-month goal, you create a 3-month goal. From your 3-month goal, you create a 1-month goal. Okay. And then you're going to do daily action items every single day to reach that 1-month goal, to reach that 3-month goal, and which that's ultimately going to help you reach your 6-month goal. So this is how you're actually going to do it. So what you're going to do is first you're going to set the goal. Okay. We've got daily reminders that daily activity is going to be the key to accomplishing success in any area of your life. Okay. So short-term goals within the next 6 months, I will. You're going to put those things on these lines here. Okay. Apologies that this won't zoom in to where you can see it a little bit better. Then what you're going to do next is you're going to consider things that could keep you from accomplishing that goal. Okay. So somebody unmute and give me an example of, so I got the $60,000 cash accumulation goal. Somebody else give me another goal of something they would want to accomplish within the next 6 months.
Pay off debt.
Okay, pay off debt. How much debt?
10,000.
Okay, so pay off $10,000. Is this like credit specific? What specific debt is it? Just general debt?
Yeah.
Car loan. Okay,
Yep.
car loan. Okay, so pay off $10,000 car loan within the next 6 months. Okay, great goal. So if you're going to pay off $10,000 in 6 months, then that's roughly how much per month? Somebody calculate for me how much per month that would be that you would be paying off.
About $16.67 a month.
$16.67. Okay. So you know that realistically and in a way that you can actually track it and see it, then oh man, in a way that you can actually track it and see it is going to be if I pay $16.67 every single month for the next 6 months, I know that I'm going to reach my goal. So one of the ways that you'll be able to really tell whether or not you're close to reaching your goal is after month 1, did you do $16.67? Did you do more or did you do less? Okay, so then now you have a smaller, more obtainable goal. It's easier to focus on $1,600 maybe than it is to focus on the entire 10,000. And then you just repeat that process. Now, there may be some things that may keep you from reaching that $10,000 goal. So I'm going to throw something out there is what could keep you from reaching the goal is maybe you spend the money. You spend the money on something else that you really don't need. Or you get distracted and you start doing something else. So maybe you have a goal of knocking out that $10,000 in debt, but you also want to invest $10,000. And somewhere along the way, but you get confused and you're not actually investing separate money to reach the investment goal, but you're dipping into the debt paying off to do the savings. And every other month you're kind of doing this flip-flop. And by the end of the 6 months, if you're not careful, you would have paid $5,000 worth of debt and saved $5,000 because you were trying to focus on both of the goals at the same time instead of saying, let me just focus all my efforts towards paying off this debt. Then after that, I can take the money that I was paying on the debt and actually invest it. Okay. So keeping that in mind, maybe one of the things you write down for things that could hinder you is, I start investing the money, the same money that I'm supposed to be paying debt with, I start investing it, or I start spending it. Then not only do you come up with things that could hinder you, but you come up with solutions as to not be distracted by whatever that hindrance is. Does that make sense? So you go ahead, before the distraction comes, you go ahead and think about it and then come up with a solution for it before it even arrives. So that way you're already one step ahead of it. And then you come up with fast action items. Okay. One up, procrastination will kill you from accomplishing your goals. So if you have analysis paralysis and you overthink it and you never actually move into action, then it's really going to affect you from accomplishing your goals. So the last thing you're going to do is you're going to put down I will take these steps within the next 24 hours to get started towards my goal. Okay. So within the next 24 hours, if you want to pay off $10,000 worth of debt, or pay off that car debt within 6 months, what are some things you can do within the next 24 hours to actually help you towards that goal? Somebody give me an idea of what are some things in the next 24 hours you could actually do to just start, even if it's a baby step, start moving towards the goal.
This is Carol again. I would say actually creating a budget so that you actually know what's coming in and what's going out as far as their current expenses, and then how this ties into your new goal.
Excellent. Excellent. I love it. So you actually create a budget that has your new goal in mind. So without having to make any additional money, what are some ways that I can reallocate the funds that I already have now towards having a specific focus and a specific purpose? Where can I pinch? Do I really need that Starbucks every single day? Do I really, whatever that looks like for you, I don't know. A lot of people that are working from home now are saving a lot more because they're not eating out for lunch when maybe they were in the office. Okay. As a lot of people are transitioning back now, don't forget how much money you were able to save by not eating out. So now maybe you want to do meal prep or whatever that is. And you say, okay, well, if I do that, then I can save at least $300 to $400 a month on eating out at lunchtime. And I can focus that towards my goal. A next thing you can do in the next 24 hours is maybe you want to call the bank or the lender and ask them, how much do you have to pay if you pay it off in 6 months? In some cases, because the bottom line that you're looking at includes so much interest on paying it in 12 months or paying it in 24 months or paying it in 36 months, if you actually were to look at how much you would save in interest by paying it off early, then your goal may actually be smaller than you think. It may not be 10,000. It may be 8,500 that you would save because of all the extra interest. So you can call that lender and say, what is my payoff? Do a payoff request. How much would I pay if I pay it off by December 2020? Okay. So whatever those things are, you want to come up with easy steps that you can do in the next 24 hours just to get started. That is going to significantly increase your confidence. You're going to feel good. You're going to feel like you're that much closer to the goal. And then it's going to give you that extra energy that you need to keep putting one step in front of the other, one step in front of the other in order to get to that goal, to reaching that goal. Okay. Then we have 3 months. So remember, whatever your 6-month goal is, you're going to break that down into 3 months. So if we're paying off $10,000 in 6 months, then we're paying off $5,000 in 3 months. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing. What would some of those hindrances be? And then not only that, what are some confessions specific to my goal? So in addition to maybe creating a budget, perhaps I want to increase my cash flow. Okay, so after I look at my budget, then I see that I can squeeze $500 a month reallocating my budget, but I'm still lacking $1,100 a month because I need to get 1,667. So I'm lacking $1,167 a month to be able to reach my goal. So how can I make an additional $1,100 a month to be able to reach my goal? So then that becomes like a sub goal within the goal. Does that make sense? Of where now you're focused on, how do I make an additional $1,100 a month? Maybe I need to go into the library on the Millionaires Club app and look at some of those cash flow ideas to be able to bring in additional streams, whether I do voiceovers, whether I create an ebook for free that I sell, whether I start doing food deliveries, or whether I create an online course, whatever. I mean, the variety is wide in that presentation. Okay, so whatever it is, I'm going to bring some extra money in, and then I'm going to create some confessions that are specific to that. So I have a rapid selling online course that makes at least $1,000 a month. Maybe that's one of the daily confessions you want to start saying. Then we break that 3-month goal into a 1-month goal. Okay. And we repeat the process. So can you start to see here, even just from our conversation, how much more attainable the goals are going to become? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I know you guys are putting some things in the chat there. I apologize that I can't see it, but I will come back to those in just a few minutes. But I know that your wheels are turning. You're thinking about your personal goals. You're thinking about goals that you set back in January. It's July. You're thinking about, am I 6 months into the goal in order to have it accomplished by December? If it's something that I've already accomplished, maybe it's a new goal. Have I really put a plan in place in order to accomplish that goal by the end of the year? Or did I just set the goal, but I really don't have the action steps? What are those things that have been hindering me already up until this point from reaching the goal? And what are those solutions? What are some things I can start doing now within the next 24 hours, even if it's just research and development on my idea, right? My idea, my business. Who else is already in that space? There's still room for me, but who else is already doing it? What are some things that they're doing that I could potentially do better with my product? Where are loopholes in the industry that I'm in? Like, there's so much that you can just start doing immediately that doesn't even really have to cost you anything, but it moves you into fast action towards your goals. Okay. So then we have short-term money goals. Within the next 6 months, I'm going to grow my bank account by blank percent, which is equal to so many dollars. Same thing, 6 months, same thing, 1 month. Okay. This thing is a little bit delayed. Okay. And then we have other goals that are non-monetary goals, but will affect your monetary success, like emotional intelligence and your mental well-being. We also have beauty and health goals. So what other goals are you setting in order so that you can have the energy and the stamina that you need to be able to accomplish the monetary goals, so that you can have the emotional intelligence to be able to work with all the different types of people that you're going to have to work with in order to build that booming business that you desire, so that you don't lose those contracts, so that you don't lose those partnerships, right? We don't do all this work to have these brands and these businesses, and then we can't even sustain the relationships because of poor attitudes. So we want to make sure that you're well-rounded and that you can have overall success. Okay. So then we also have a picture of the financial pie. So this is just the goal. This is just the ultimate goal. Your financial pie should look something like this or very similar to this. So this is just an example of what it should look like. Should you focus on all these areas at once? Absolutely not. So based on whatever your accountability group is, that's the area that you're going to focus on. And then maybe once you get that into a good place where that's kind of flowing automatically, then you can shift over and focus on to another goal. Okay, when it comes to financial. But do you all can you already see how this success guide is going to make such a big difference in really helping you to accomplish your goals? Go ahead and type that in the chat or unmute. Absolutely. Yes. Amazing. Yes. And I'm telling you, the testimonials have been phenomenal. So for example, there is one Millionairess. She actually just joined the club. Maybe it's been 2 months now. So she just joined the club. Yes, it's been just 2 months. And she was on a welcome call just like this. We went over this daily success guide. And I happened to say, let's set a 6-month goal. And let's say we want to save $5,000 in the next 6 months. Well, what she said was, that's actually my 6-month goal. She said that right here on the call. That's actually my 6-month goal. And I said, okay, great. We'll keep using that as an example. And so said, okay, same thing. Let's calculate how much, if you're going to save $5,000 in the next 6 months, how much do you need to save within every single month? It came out to $800 and something. She said, I need to save $800 and something every single month. So her monthly goal became to save an additional $800 and something to reach her $5,000 goal. At the end of month 1, she posted in the cash accumulation group, and she said, Millionaires, you're not going to believe this. I started using the daily success guide. I started saying, okay, what are ways? I'm not focused so much on the 5,000, but let me just say, how can I make an additional 800 and whatever it was, $850 this month? That is my only focus. How can I make an additional $850 this month? So she started coming up with all kinds of ways that she could make an extra $850. Do you know, by the end of month 1, she had made an additional $1,100. So she was already way past her 1-month goal after 1 month, just focusing her attention on a bite-sized piece that she could chew. And by the end of month 2, she was more than halfway to her goal. Now, at this point, there was a business that she was starting to grow, but she became so intent on growing that business to be able to bring in the additional income that she started reaching ranks and being promoted in that business beyond what she'd ever done before. That wasn't even her goal. Her goal was not even to grow. I think she maybe does Mary Kay or something. Her goal was not even to grow her Mary Kay business. Her initial goal was just, how can I make an extra $850 this month? But do you see how that snowball effect really just changed everything? She just qualified for a car, and just all kinds of stuff. And it's like, oh my gosh, All this came from using your daily success guide every single day and focusing in on month by month by month. And so at this point, it's only been she just joined 2 months ago. So yeah, it's not even been 2.5 months, and she's already more than halfway to her goal. Isn't that amazing? And so those are the types of results that you can expect when you get serious about using your Millionaires Daily Success Guide as well. And that is an exclusive club benefit. So we created that guide just for club members. You have to be a part of the club to even get access to it. So want to make sure that you are making sure that you're using that every single day. Does anybody have any questions before we end the call? Any questions? Go ahead and unmute, or you can put it in the chat box.
That was a great example. Thanks for sharing.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm excited about all that you're going to do too. And I'm pretty sure I'll be using your story as an example here pretty soon.
All right.
Okay. All right. So somebody asked me, when is the next scheduled webinar? It's actually on Sunday. So this coming Sunday, July the 12th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time is the next scheduled webinar. Okay. So you'll always get reminders of webinars in your email. So you'll be getting something here. It's Sunday, so you'll definitely be getting something the day before. So it goes out 24 hours before, and then also the day of. And then in order to sign into the webinar, you can either click the link that you find in your email, or you can go to the Millionaires Club app and go to the, oh, I didn't show you all that. So go to the Millionaires Club app and then go all the way down to the bottom of the page, and you'll see a calendar there. You can always click on the calendar and it'll show you upcoming webinars on there, and you can click directly into the webinar from there as well. Okay, so this coming Sunday at 8 p.m. So you want to be as attentive as possible. I would recommend that you go ahead, print out your daily success guide, have it open to the page where you're going to do your Millionaires Club chat notes. That way, as you're setting your goals, if there's information that you get on the webinars that's going to be vital information to help you reach the goal, then now you have everything in one place. You don't have it in just, there are a whole bunch of different journals and notebooks, and something's in your phone, something's physically written down. And this just gives you a way to have everything in one place. Your club chat notes and your goals and some confessions, all of that is just in one notebook where you can access everything. Okay. All right. Well, congratulations to you. It's been such a pleasure to spend time with you. Today's actually my birthday. I didn't say that at the beginning of the call. Today is actually my birthday. And so that's why I've been getting so many text messages and phone calls.
Happy birthday to you and many, many more.
Yes, I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. So thank you all for your patience with bearing with me with all the calls and text messages. And they're probably like, what is this girl doing? But hey, the Millionaires Club, I gave you an hour and a half of my birthday to make sure that you got started right. So be sure that you take the information, implement it. If you've not done all of the steps in your welcome email, take full advantage of that and make sure you download that app and go ahead and get started. Go ahead and let people know who you are in the app, in that Millionaires Club, that very general page. Go ahead, introduce yourself to people. Let them know, just like we did on here, who you are, where you live, what area of expertise you have, whether you're working 9 to 5, what your industry is, what type of corporate job you have, or what your business is, whether it's a side business or a full-time business. It doesn't matter. We want to know who you are and what it is that you bring to the table. And you'll find that there's a lot of other people that are going to share your same interests. You'll be able to ask questions. And so lastly, I just want to encourage you, fully embrace all the benefits of the club. Dr. Jewel's going to give you a ton. The staff is going to give you a ton. The experts that she's going to bring onto the webinars are going to give you a ton. But don't neglect the benefit that you get from fellow Millionaires Club members. So many people have been in business for years, for decades. Some of them have started businesses, lost businesses, bounced back from failed businesses, grown businesses to $1 million companies, restructured companies. I mean, there's such a wealth of information. Done it with kids, done it without kids, done it married, not married. I mean, whatever the question is, there's probably somebody in the club that's experienced it. So make sure that you utilize all of the resources that you have access to. Yes, I have enjoyed spending birthday time with you. You ladies have a great night. This call was recorded and we'll be sure to get it sent out to you, and we'll see you on Sunday night. Good night.